too.
Guys, I can't even believe this happened. Todd, what's your weekend look like? What's your schedule like?
Dude, Dennis wants it to happen. Gina wants it to happen. Todd, come on, get on board.
Again, definitely not. Are you sure, Todd? It's Saturday. It's going to be fondue night.
Fondue? Man. Save the extra cheese sauce for Todd.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Tawny, please?
This is she.
Hey, Tawny, how are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, who?
Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show?
Oh, okay. I don't think I know.
Oh, okay. Well, nice to meet you. I host a radio show on Movie 92.5. I'm calling you today because one of our listeners actually emailed us about you. His name is Tommy. And he said that he recently met you at Starbucks, and you guys went out on a date, and he went a little out of the box and did something that he calls a bigger and better date.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Well, Tommy wanted me to call you today because he wanted to see if he screwed up on that date or if there was a reason that you're not calling him back, because I know that he's tried to text you a few times and he's gotten no response.
Okay, he wants to know why I'm not texting him back?
Yep. So he asked us if we could get you on the phone.
He emailed you. So that was this.
Yes. So what'd you think of the bigger and better date idea that he did?
It was definitely different than what I'm used to.
Did you enjoy it?
No.
That was a nice little pause there before. Okay, so is that why you're not calling him back then?
It was really weird and just, like I said, not what I'm used to. He's not like the guys I'm used to.
I mean, but is that necessarily a bad thing? It's good to expand your horizons, try different things.
Okay, let's check out the research.
That's what I thought.
How is he not what you're used to? What are you used to?
Honestly, I'm used to being taken out on like a very classy date with really classy guys.
Sometime, yeah, it looks like it was going to be a day. Day's not that long.
So I'm used to a guy that takes me places and treats me well, and this, we were like homeless people for the day.
You mean like you date dudes with money is what you're saying?
I mean, at least guys that take me out on real dates. This didn't even feel like a date. It was just, we were like hobos running around like, begging for money.
I think I feel that way too. And I'm not like super into money. Yeah, what was the worst part of it?
I said to him, like, I made clear that I don't really do this, and he made me do it at one point for this plate with pandas on it.
Yeah, he told us about that. He said he was actually very impressed that you were able to get that plate.
Big score.
We must remain vigilant.
I don't want to hurt him, it's just being honest, that's how I feel, and I just feel like I deserve better.
Hey, Tommy, wouldn't you like to talk to Tommy and just tell him that date was kind of weird and he shouldn't do that again? Maybe some, constructive criticism?
No, I mean, I think he should get the picture by me not responding.
Okay, well, he isn't getting that picture.
Yeah.
I'm just going to tell you that he's on the phone and been listening. So you've already kind of told him.
He's on the phone?
Yeah.
I feel like you didn't really try on the date. It's like you didn't really try. So how can you tell if it was really? How could you tell if it was really fun if you didn't really actually give it your all? I kind of felt like I was pulling you up the whole time. I think we could have had a fun time and actually had gotten to know each other better and had a fun date. Not every date has to be this classy, romantic, roses at the table and wine and fancy fiddle players. I think it would be fun to just go be vagabonds for a day.
I mean, that's fine that you think that, but I don't.
Hello, you beautiful world,
Sorry.
you.
To be honest, dating me is a privilege, and I deserve to be treated on a date a lot better than I was.
Dating you is a privilege? I'm a fun, cool, creative guy who actually likes to do things with people in the city. I don't do just cookie-cutter dates with roses, man. Dating me is a privilege.
That's your idea of a date? That's fine, but it's not mine.
I'm sorry that I'm not like your ex-boyfriend owning beefcake, no-brain, muscle-face rich people. I'm sorry I'm not just like your father and made of money, you know. I'm a real person, and...
Excuse me, real people beg for money on a first date?
It's not begging for money. You keep saying that. It's trading for things and asking for things.
Well, you can
It's
call it
a
whatever you want to call it.
adventure. If you're not into an adventure, then I'm not into you.
Tommy.
Well, then that brings me to my next question. I was going to ask Tawny if she would like a second date with Tommy. I will pay for it. Tawny, will you go out with Tommy again, even though he just said he didn't want to see you?
Honestly, I think he needs to date somebody more his class, his league. It's not
There you go, Tommy. Hey, it's time to play in your own league, all right? Stay in your class, buddy.
All right, I'll stay in my own class because we have more fun and we do more fun things instead of, read Southern Living magazines and figure out what rich life is about.
I don't know how you're offended, Tommy. In the very beginning of this, you said you were attracted to her because you thought she was a rich girl.
He said that?
Well, you shouldn't be offended either because it sounds like you're attracted to rich guys.
Yeah, but at least I'm upfront about it.
He said that he thought that you were out of his league because you're hot, and he said that he thought you might have a lot of money.
Well, I guess I am. Hi, this is Alicia.
Hi, this is Jubal.
I'm sorry, who is this?
Hello?
My dad?
Hello? Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Who is this?
Alicia, how are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
Oh, hi.
Oh,
Hi,
hi.
Alicia.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. So you are familiar with the radio show then?
Why am I on?
Well, we do a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with someone and then you end up not calling them after, they can email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened. So we recently got an email about you from a guy named Danny.
Oh, Danny.
Yes, Danny.
Okay. Wow.
It sounds like the joy was kind of sucked out of your voice there when you...
So you talked to him?
He emailed us, told us a little bit about your date, said he's, hoping to see you again, but you haven't been responding to any of his phone calls or text messages. The way he explained it, everything sounded pretty normal. Like nothing crazy happened. Is he wrong about that?
Well, Danny's a good person.
Okay.
I just think he's not the best person for me.
Okay. Is there...
Agrees?
Okay, let me just tell you what happened.
Uh-huh.
We met for coffee, and it was strange the first few minutes, and I've never had this happen before. But normally, you maybe give a little hug or a pat on the back, or he curtsied.
Curtsy.
Very formal.
Like a little hip bow sort of thing?
Like a Disney princess curtsy.
Oh. Well, that's kind of fun. Did you curtsy back?
I did.
You also curtsied.
I mean, I guess what do? I've never had somebody curtsy when they met me before, but if they did, I would probably feel obligated to give them a little curtsy back.
Right.
Curtsy.
It's the polite thing to do, right?
Oh my god.
My first impression was, oh, this is a guy who doesn't take things too seriously, But then we were waiting in line to get our order, and I don't know, we were like 4 people back.
Okay.
And he turns to me, and he's like, oh my God, do you see that? And I was like, clueless. And he said, the barista is totally checking me out.
What? Why would he tell you that?
I don't know. I mean, this is a guy who curtsies, I mean,
You never know what to expect.
never know. Right. He's not boring. But then he rolled his eyes and he's like, oh, this happens all the time. Almost like if he had paparazzi surrounding himself, like it was that kind of like, oh my God, this happens all the time.
So did you see the barista checking him out?
No. But then we got to the front of the line, and he was like mumbling something, and he was giving his name, and she looked at me, and I didn't know what to say, and I was like, no, I think she was just asking you to repeat your order because you were mumbling.
Interesting.
But whatever, I let it go. You know, we sat down to have coffee, and he just kept talking about like these games, these like talk show games or match games.
Yeah, he told us about that.
Yeah, he was totally passionate about match game from the 70s.
Yeah, I think he's just passionate about the 70s in general.
Yeah, and he knows like everything. He like gave the entire episode. He knew the questions, the answers, the theme songs, and everything.
Wow.
So he had memorized the show line for line and then was running you through it, like acting it out.
Yeah, and he even like pointed at me where I guess the audience laughed.
Yeah, you were actually on the show. That's cool.
Yeah, I know. What a surprise. Curtsy and
Yeah.
laugh track and...
Definitely sounds like an interesting dude to hang out with, for sure.
But honestly, that wasn't even the best part. The best part was at the end. He says, would you mind walking me to the drugstore? I'm running low on my meds.
Oh boy.
Okay, I think meds
All right.
are important.
Yeah,
you should
they
have
are.
taken him to the drugstore.
Some people definitely need those things.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, so I just had to bow out. I was
Okay.
like, yeah, I'm running late for...
That sounds like for
I gotta
anything. I'm
say
just running late.
Yeah.
Got it. Well, Alicia, Danny is on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
You're kidding, right?
No, I'm not. Danny, are you there?
Alicia, it is good to hear your voice again, and I'm sorry you had to deal with these ruffians. Obviously, these hosts have been very rude to you, and now you have a feeling about me that doesn't really line up with who I am, and I'm sure they want to apologize right now.
Yes.
Yeah,
I would like
Danny,
to
I'm sorry.
apologize. I'm sorry, Danny.
It sounds like Alicia didn't have the best time on your date, though.
I don't care what you think. I'm talking to Alicia right now.
My bad.
Alicia, I'm going to try to win you back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wow, I feel like we're in a game show again.
What were you supposed
Are you doing it,
to
Danny? Are you winning her back?
Yes, it's all right. It's the match game theme. It's our song. Ready? Bum 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 bum. Alicia, you and me will go out. We don't need these guys. Bum 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 bum.
Dude, Alicia, I don't know why you don't want to go out with Danny. He sounds fun, for real.
I'm sorry, Danny. This is amazing. Danny, look, I think you're creative and sweet.
Excuse me, I'd like you to pause for this commercial interruption. My hands are so clean thanks to Palmolive dish soap. They do the dishes and they work wonders on my skin.
Really?
Oh my God.
Danny, are you messing with us?
And we're back.
Danny? Okay, good. Now that we're back, Danny. Oh, yeah, we gotta wait for the theme song. Danny? Danny?
Yeah.
Hey. Are you being serious? Or are you, like, screwing around with us?
I don't understand the question.
Got it. And that answer enough, that was all I needed. I understand exactly what's going on. So, Danny, can we break away from the game show for a minute?
I don't want to.
I don't either, but I think in the interest of time, we have to.
Coming up next, it's Hawaii 5-0.
Oh, but I'm down with Hawaii 5-0. I love that show, man. That was an awesome show.
Can we request a show? Like,
I'm gonna...
I think we just need to get to the end.
Yeah. Alicia, Danny, hang on 1 second if you can. Pause for a commercial break. Okay. So, Alicia, would you like to go on a second date with Danny? We will pay for it.
Yeah, there's not enough money in the world.
No?
No.
I just don't think we're the right match. God, I've never said match so much.
Please don't say it again, because I think that might trigger something with Danny. Danny, are you there? Dan? Daniel? Sir Danibus? I don't know what name you're going by right now. Are you there? Alicia, are you still there?
Oh my gosh, Alicia.
I'm still here.
Okay. Danny obviously is not on the phone anymore. Is that legit? Is that how he was on the date?
You guys just had him on the phone. If you would have been there in person, he would have been pointing at you to laugh.
He didn't need
to point,
Yeah, I was in.
I was laughing the whole time.
All right.
Oh man, Danny.
So, good luck to you in the dating world, Alicia.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and I know you're never going to hear the match game without probably shivering a little bit, but
I'm not
appreciate your time.
Yeah.
Okay, just wait for his moment, I guess. All right, well, I'm not even going to talk. Danny, thank you very much for your time. That was it for today's episode of Second Date Update, sponsored by Jiffy Pop.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Matthew?
Yes, Matthew.
Hey, Matthew, how are you, man? Sounds like I just woke you up. I'm sorry, but this is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you, did I wake you up?
Yeah. Hang on a second. Hang on. Yes, hang on a second. Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, you alright? Everything good?
Yeah, I was just getting a swig of Red Bull. I was sitting by my bed, yeah.
Oh, alright.
Gross,
Perfect.
man.
Glad to see you're waking up.
Oh.
Okay.
What is this?
My name is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning. We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update, and recently you spent the night with a girl named Laura.
Oh, yeah, okay, alright. Uh-huh. Yeah, what about?
So Laura is kind of wondering why you're not calling her back after you guys hooked up, because she would like to see you. She told us about how you guys met, and then she told us how she woke up in the morning, and I guess the alarm was going off on your phone. You like hit her hand away from your phone and went back to sleep. I don't know if you know that or not.
Wow, she told you that?
Can I just ask you what I think? I think that you were faking sleeping, so you didn't have to talk to her in the morning.
No, not totally.
Not totally. So you were kind of faking sleeping, so you didn't have to talk to her.
No, I wasn't really faking. I don't really fake stuff, you know?
Okay.
That's not really my thing.
So you were asleep.
No, I wasn't asleep totally, no.
So can you explain to us at least what that means?
So I have this, my alarm. I wake up and it's A Beautiful Day by U2. Do you know that song?
Yeah, she actually told us that. She said that she was sound asleep and then your alarm started going off and it was Beautiful Day by U2 and she kept trying to turn it off.
Yeah, you know, that's like my Get Up and Blow song, you know?
Get up and bro? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, man, it's like, it's a beautiful day, and it's just a great song. It just gets me going, you know?
Okay, so that's the song that you like to listen to every morning on your alarm.
It's like my thing. It's like my thing that I have.
So what's the problem? I don't understand what the problem is.
The problem is she reached over and turned it off.
Why is that a problem?
Are we done here?
Wait, no. Why is that a problem?
It's not just an alarm. I listen to that song in the morning. I listen to it all the way through. I sit in bed and I listen to it, and it gets me going. It's my Get Up and Bro song.
Okay.
Oh, bro. Hey, I feel you, bro. But why can't you just, like, let her turn it off because you're trying to sleep and then maybe wake up with her and then turn it on yourself after she leaves?
Because that's not how my routine goes.
Yeah, but when you invite someone over to your house and they stay the night, they're going to screw up your routine in the morning. Unless part of your routine is just waking up with a different girl every morning. I don't know. Maybe that's part of it.
We don't have to talk about that. But I wouldn't get up and turn off her Spice Girls song.
Why would you be listening to Spice Girls in the morning?
Whatever, man. Look, I was off all day, and it was her fault. I felt weird. It messed with my head all day. You know what I mean? Like, it's just straight up disrespectful. You know what I mean?
Not really. Why wouldn't you tell her?
Because I was hungover.
Okay.
And it's also like, I didn't say anything because that's part of my routine. Is I sit there and I listen to the song, and she interrupted it. And it messed up my whole day.
But she didn't know that was your boundary.
It's my phone. I don't mess with anybody's phone. Do you go and touch people's phones?
If it's blaring U2 in my ear for 10 minutes while I'm waking up, yes, I would touch your phone.
Then get out and leave if it's bothering you that much.
All right. Hey, man, you definitely know what you like, and you don't like somebody turning off your favorite song in the morning.
Yeah, you got it out of me.
Yeah, thank you for telling us that. I appreciate that. Now I have to tell you something, and this might screw up your routine a little bit, because Laura is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Hi, Matthew.
Are you serious? Oh my god. Man, you f***ing radio people.
I just want to know, are you serious? Because I'm just totally confused right now.
What? Did you just hear all that?
You're saying that because you didn't get to listen to U2, I ruined your entire freaking day.
Listen, Laura, it's a routine. I listen to Beautiful Day by U2 once or twice, all the way through, no talking. Then I get up, I brush my teeth, I have my protein shake, I do some crunches, and I'm ready to go.
Okay, that's awfully specific.
Yeah, it's a routine. Don't you have a routine, Laura? Don't you do something in the morning? You do yoga or something, or listen to Rihanna or the Spice Girls or something?
Oh my god. Well, the first thing I do is turn off the alarm.
It turns off by itself when the song is over. And you know what? It's not just an alarm. That's what you don't get. It's a wake up.
I wake up when,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This is stupid. You had a girl in your bed next to you, alright? You can adjust your routine a little for somebody else.
You're in someone else's house. You need to respect the traditions of that said house.
What if she doesn't know your traditions yet, Matthew?
You didn't tell me anything. How am I supposed to know that that's your routine, okay? I had zero heads up on this one.
it just seems like, Matthew, you're not a very flexible person.
Not on that. I'm not. Not on my get up and bro song.
I mean, Laura, isn't that kind of a turnoff?
I'm sorry. I've never met somebody, let alone a guy, who's been this particular about a morning routine.
You know what? Hey, I tried to be flexible. I tried to listen to it again later, and it's like it's gone. It's ruined.
It's not the same, is it? Yeah, you can't listen to your Get Up and Bro song in the afternoon.
What's your name?
Jubal.
Jubal. You know what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense to me, man. Like, that's a morning song when you're ready to get up and bro. If you listen to the afternoon, it just, the whole day just feels weird, right?
I'm gonna let this guy talk for me.
Yeah.
Matthew, did you or did you not have a connection with Laura before the whole YouTube blunder?
Yeah, of course.
And you want to waste all of that? Like, why wouldn't you just be open to giving someone another shot now that they know what your issues are?
I mean, if I had known that, I would have let you listen to the whole goddamn YouTube album.
Nah, it's not a great album. I just like that song.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'm glad we got that all figured out. Hey, Matthew, I do have to ask you this, though. Would you like to bro out with Laura on another date? We'll pay for it.
Matthew, I'm sorry if I ruined your day. I just think this entire thing was a misunderstanding.
Well, let me just say I'm sorry, too. I'm sorry you don't have respect for people's personal things.
Oh, man, you are
So is that's a no, Matthew?
What do you guys think?
Yeah, we got it, Matthew. No, that is strange to me.
That's brutal.
Yeah, wow.
How is it strange? Everybody's got their things. It's about respect, y'all.
Hey, Laura, I'm sorry you did not get a second date.
Well, maybe I'm okay with that
Yes.
after hearing all this.
I think you dodged a bullet. I mean, that's kind of a weird situation.
I agree. I did dodge a bullet.
You!
Well, at least somebody dodged a bullet. Thanks a lot, guys.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Katrina?
this is Katrina.
Hey, Katrina, how are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
Brook and Jubal. I've never heard of that.
That's okay. There's a lot of people who haven't. I'm calling you today because one of your friends listens to our show, and he actually emailed us about you.
One of my friends emailed you.
Well, it's more of a guy that you went on a date with.
What?
Yeah. It's a guy that you went out on a date with. He emailed us about you and wanted to see if we could get you on the phone.
When was the date?
Well, I'm gonna guess that you probably remember it because it might be the only date you've ever been on where you've been blown out of a building.
Oh my God.
We are all impressed that you survived that.
Yeah, you and me both.
Mike, who took you on that date, emailed us to see if we could figure out why you're not calling him back.
You're kidding.
No, he's really curious.
Mike has a lot of surprises, doesn't he, Katrina?
Yeah, to say the least. He's got them blown out of his everywhere.
So is the reason you're not calling him back because the date was scary? Because it sounded horrifying to me.
Well, it started out good. And, I mean, it was different. Different's a better word.
Yeah, but I mean, it sounds like you're totally avoiding him. He said that he hasn't even seen you at the gym. Like, you changed your entire schedule.
Well, I had to recover. Have you ever been on a date like that? You might want to think about if you want to see that person again right away, right?
I've been on a lot of dates like that, but never because I was blown out of a building.
Right, so as you can imagine, I'm going to take a little more time. I don't even know how to look him in the face right now.
Well, what? Because you were scared? I mean, you were that scared? You don't know how to look at him?
Well, I don't know what he told you.
He told us that he met you at the gym, he'd been asking you out for a long time, and he finally said yes, and then he did take your date to work day, where he took you to his job, and he's a stuntman, and then he did a little thing where you guys got blown out of a building. He thinks that you were scared and also a little upset because apparently it singed your eyebrows.
Well, it did singe my eyebrows, but they grew back, but he didn't say that I wet myself. Oh my God!
What? No! Repeat yourself. It's okay. You're in the company of people who have done the same thing.
What happened?
Did you pee your pants?
Oh!
I did pee my pants. Now, that hasn't happened, you know, since I was a kid.
Oh my
Like,
God!
how wet are we talking? Like a little wet or all the way down to your knees wet?
It was pretty down to my knees, like I just nearly saw it.
Oh no!
Oh my God.
Hey, don't feel bad about it, Katrina. I've peed my pants 3 times with him just telling me the story, so big deal. You got blown out of a building. It's okay to pee your pants in that situation.
Oh my God!
Yeah, but I think he actually noticed.
Why do you think he noticed?
Well, he looked at me kind of stunned, and he was like looking me up and down, and so I thought, even though he said, "You want to go to dinner?" I thought he was just being nice.
You smelled like urine. That could have been another reason why he noticed.
Well, I smell like smoke, but
Oh, okay.
They're
Good
coming
point.
up the scent of pee.
Yeah.
He didn't mention anything to us about you peeing your pants, though.
no.
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 I'd be surprised by that because he has to undo my harness and help me out of it. Yeah, I'd totally be surprised. It was pretty obvious.
But okay, granted, you would be really embarrassed. I understand why you would be. But he obviously was into you. Like, he's tried to call you. You just have totally ghosted him.
But I peed my pants our first date. Like, come back from that.
I don't know. You only go up after that. That's the great part of it.
You know what, Katrina, I know you're not good with surprises, and I don't want you to make the same mistake twice, but Mike is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you. Trying to pee your pants.
Oh my God.
Katrina, you don't have to be embarrassed. In fact, I knew I was just keeping it quiet. I didn't want my friends to know you had peed on yourself. No, I did it my first time. At least you did it like a champion. You were wearing all black. Nobody noticed. You know?
You noticed.
Well, obviously I noticed I'm taking your harness off. I'm bending down in front of you. I smell pee. Come on.
And technically, it's all your fault.
So wait, Mike, you were going to take her to dinner with wet pants?
I didn't want to draw attention to it or embarrass her, but I still wanted to spend time with her, so I didn't know what to do.
Hey, that says a lot. A man who's going to take you out to dinner with pee pants on, he likes you. Katrina,
about that. You didn't sound very positive.
Well, I mean, it's nice, but I still have to look him in the face, knowing that I did that. So, you know, I might not sound excited, but it's nice. I liked him up until I peed my pants.
Katrina, I peed my pants before, and I'll even go even further to say I even my pants.
Oh, that's too far.
But does that make you feel better?
wait, can I get that? What stuff made you poop yourself?
Listen, don't worry about what stunt it was. Just know, Katrina, that it has been much worse for me. And you shouldn't feel bad for what happened to you. It's totally normal, and I respect you for it.
Mutual respect for peeing your pants. Katrina, would you go out with Mike again on another date? We will pay for it.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean,
As long as I get to pick the date, and we're not like jumping out of a car going 100 miles an hour, I will say yes to that.
Okay, so that's an official yes.
Yes.
oh my gosh, you guys are actually really cute.
Oh, yes. Oh, man, but now there's pressure. I got to figure out what to come up with for the next date.
I mean, once you already make a girl pee her pants, what else can you do?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
That was the second date update from a few months ago, and every once in a while we actually get an update on the update. And Katrina and Mike are on the phone with us right now. What's up, guys?
Hi.
How are you?
Oh, hey, look at you talking at the same time you're doing things.
That's true.
You guys still peeing on yourselves? Or
That was just Katrina.
oh yeah, Katrina, you still peeing on yourself? How are things going?
No, I am not.
Okay.
So things are going good with you? Or our producer reached out to see if we can get an update.
Well, things were going great. We were dating for like a few weeks, and then something really big happened. And Mike, you want to tell me? Or you want me to do it?
No. Yeah, something awesome happened. I got a great offer for a job to move to Hollywood.
All right, stuff.
Yes. Like, I'm a full-time double for my actor, and my girl got to move down with me.
Wait, hold up. Slow it down, Mike. You're just dropping the bomb on us that after dating a couple weeks, Katrina, you moved down with him?
I did.
Yeah, I dropped the bomb on her. I told her I wanted her to come with me.
Oh wow. So you guys have moved to Hollywood now.
Yeah, living together.
Shut up. What made you make that decision, Katrina?
It was a good thing for those few weeks that I thought, probably a sweet girl. All right.
Okay.
Oh my god, I have such a friend that I don't know if I could have done it.
I mean, if I could get blown out of a building with this guy, I can move to California with him, I feel like.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, how bad could it be living with him if you've already got blown out of a building and peed yourself in front of him?
Dude, I would have peed myself on that decision more than the building one. I'm gonna tell you what, that's scary.
I think it's great. I get to go on the movie set with Mike, see him work, which is pretty awesome, and watch other people get blown out of buildings. And a couple weeks ago, I got to meet Matt Damon, so I'm meeting stars. I mean, it's pretty fun. It's fun.
Oh my god, your social media profile pics are gonna be so much better now.
Yeah, and that's what relationships are all about. Like,
Yeah.
is if you can make the person's social media better, and that's what it sounds like Mike has done for you.
Congrats, guys.
That's so cute. How are you doing with it all, Mike?
Well, I think it's awesome. I mean, for her to drop where she was and to trust in a relationship that she didn't really know, it meant a lot. So I think I put a lot into it. I didn't just want her to move out here. I tried to make sure she had a job. Even Katrina, tell him, I mean, you've been even going on set as like an extra, and it's been really cool. And who knows? You never know. This might be wedding bells ringing.
Wow, did you know about this, Katrina?
No, I didn't know about this.
Oh my god!
Well, that's
Yeah.
I don't mean to jump the gun, but yeah. I mean, things are going great. I'll just put that out there.
All right. And if they ever don't go great, you're a stuntman. You can always fake your own death very easily. So. Hello? Hi, may I speak to Ryan?
This is Ryan.
Ryan, how are you, man? My name is Jubal from a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
What is that?
the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's the show where we do fun and wacky calls. I don't know.
Crazy.
You've heard it before.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess I've heard of you guys.
Okay, cool. Have you heard any of the fun and wacky calls we do? Because that's kind of what we're known for. Fun and wacky calls. So this is one of them.
God, it sounds so lame when you describe it like that.
Is it going to be fun? Is it going to be wacky?
Who knows? Maybe both.
What's going on? I don't really get why everyone's laughing.
I can understand that. It probably makes no sense to you at all. Well, we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update, and you went out on a date with a woman named Ember.
Yeah. Yeah, Amber.
Ember emailed us because she said she liked going out with you, but she hasn't heard back, so she's wondering if she did something wrong.
I don't know if I should talk about that.
Can you at least tell us whether or not you had a good time on your date with Ember? I mean, that's not really that personal.
Yeah, I guess we had an okay time.
Oh, what a tell. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like you were miserable the entire date, were you?
I wasn't miserable. I guess I was just kind of confused.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. Ember emailed us because she's willing to hear whatever you have to say. She wants to know.
She said that she wants to know the reason?
Yeah.
She's actually the one that's confused. She thought you guys had a fantastic time.
So, can you just tell us what you were confused about? Like, it's not embarrassing about you.
Okay. I mean, I show up and she's all orange.
Orange? Like the color?
Yeah, like the color.
Like a bad face hand?
Yeah.
I mean, amongst other things, yeah. Like her skin was orange, her hair was orange, and all her clothes were orange.
Hair was even orange?
Yeah.
So wait, is that different from what her profile pic was on her dating account?
Well, I mean, she had like orange hair in her picture, but like I couldn't see her clothes. Like her clothes weren't orange, you know?
Okay, but so she has orange hair, and then she decided to wear orange on your date.
Yeah. She wore.
Maniac. Right. I don't even know how you felt safe.
I mean, it's not that bad. It's just strange that like everything's orange, you know?
So wait, literally orange, the color orange is the reason that you don't want to go out with her again?
Yeah, and it wasn't just that she was wearing all orange. She ordered orange food for dinner.
What? What do you mean?
What kind of orange food?
I mean, like she ordered carrots. Like we went out to dinner, she ordered carrots.
Okay, so she likes carrots. What else?
Okay, so she ordered carrots and she ordered butternut squash soup.
Yeah, that's very particular. And
Wait,
very
those are
orange.
both apps? Those are both like apps? That's not a meal. She ordered like 2 apps. That's not even, you know.
Which is a crime in and of itself. Like, get an entree for God's sake.
Yeah, I mean, it's clear she's going out of her way to order orange food. Yeah.
And she never brought up her obsession with orange.
No, she just like went on like she was dressed like a normal person and like didn't have orange hair and orange skin and acted normal. I mean, yeah, like honestly, I wanted to know, but like I couldn't ask her. It's like a rude thing to ask on a date. Like, why are you all orange?
Yeah, I guess that is kind of rude. But I know how we can figure it out because she is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Wait, what?
Yeah, probably on an orange phone. I'm not sure. But Ember, are you still there?
Yeah. Hi, Ryan. What's up?
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I had no idea you were there.
I am. So.
Ember, are you obsessed with orange, or did it just happen to be a day where you wore an orange outfit because it matched?
I mean, I don't think I'm obsessed with orange. I like orange. I like to match. Sometimes I wear orange, sometimes I don't. I wanted to show my personality. My favorite color is orange.
So, like, why did you order orange food then? Like, did you do that on purpose? Were you trying to send a message?
No, a message to who? The other orange people? Like,
Everybody in this restaurant down for the orange.
I mean, you just kind of went on like you were a normal person, but you're not. You're an orange person.
I'm not seriously, your deal breaker that I wore orange? Because I had a deal breaker too, and I looked past mine.
What was your deal breaker?
It was your name. I just got a bad relationship a little while ago with someone named Brian, so it's a little close to home, the whole Ryan thing.
Okay, well that's like one little thing. Like your whole life is orange. That's different.
My whole life is not orange, but I looked past my deal breaker. That's the point of what I'm trying to say. You need to be able to look past the orange thing.
I'm trying. I don't know. I don't know what the extent of your orangeness is.
I don't understand this argument. Like, we're arguing about a color, literally. The color of my outfit, the color of the food, like, whatever. I mean, I thought we had a good time. Didn't you have a good time, right?
I guess I did, but I don't know if I can, like, look past this.
What? Are you being serious, Ryan? Like, what if she was wearing all black? I mean, that's something people do all the time, or all blue, or all red.
Yeah, well, you know, like, purple's my favorite color, but you don't see me wearing no purple and, like, ordering eggplants, you know? I guess it's just the fact that, like, she never talked about it, and I felt like I couldn't ask about it, and, like, it was all I could think about, just, like, why she was all orange, you know?
So I'm telling you now, it was honestly just a coincidence that it all happened that way, and I just like the color orange. Not 24/7 orange, it's just, you happen to catch me on an orange day, I guess.
You caught her on an orange day. Let's try and do a different color. Would you go out with Ember one more time for a second date? We'll pay for it.
I don't know. What if she didn't wear orange?
Yeah, I mean, that's a really simple solution.
Yeah, I won't wear orange if you go out. And, like, wasn't I, like, a juicy, like, hot orange at least?
I mean, if you wear, like, a mix of colors, you know, like a normal, like a diversity of colors.
Yeah, I can do that. Do a diverse outfit.
So Ember, you're willing to go through your closet and see if you have multiple colors to wear that night, so you're not wearing all of one color. You're sure you have that ability?
Oh my god, I'm not colorblind, okay? I definitely have that ability, so I'm putting myself out there. Would you please go out with me again? I think we can get past this issue.
Okay, yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes, we'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it.
Hey, aren't you glad that worked out?
Oh, man.
Too soon. Hello?
I was looking for Trevor.
This is Trevor. What do you got?
Trevor, how are you, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
What is that?
That is a radio show.
Jubal is your name?
Yes, it is. How are you?
I'm great. Good morning. What can I do for
Good
you?
morning. Well, I actually have a question about a date that you went on. One of our listeners emailed us about you. And I'll just get to brass tacks. I can tell you're a business kind of guy.
Yeah, straight to the point here.
Okay, whatever. Do what you need to do.
All right. So, here's the deal. You recently went out with a girl named Heather. You remember going out with Heather?
I do remember going out with Heather, yes. Why are you asking me about it now?
Well, because Heather emailed us saying that after your date, which was the most romantic date she's ever been on, by the way, after your date, you stopped texting her and she's wondering why.
Wow. That's a real grown-up move there, Heather.
What? Wait, I don't get it. Like, are you upset by that? Are you being sarcastic, or?
That she emailed the radio station to complain about why I'm not calling her after our date?
Well, it's not to complain about it. She's just, like, in the dark. She doesn't know why you stopped talking to her.
Mm-hmm. Well, all I can say is I'm good there.
You're good there.
What? Wait, you're telling me that you're in there and you put that much effort into a first date?
We talked to Heather, and she told us about the date you took her on, the private meal on a rooftop with all of her favorite foods made by private chefs. That's a lot to do for a lady.
That's kind of just what I do.
That's what you do on all your first dates?
No, it's just kind of what I do in life. It's little details are important, and if you can ace the details, then you're going to ace the test.
Okay, so
it's not a test.
So this wasn't even that crazy of a first date for you.
For me, no. For her, it was. For her, yes.
Okay.
I knew it would be that way, and it was all by design.
Okay, wait. I'm confused. The way she described you, you were charming, you were romantic, and right now you're coming off as kind of a smug a-hole.
Well, you called me in the middle of my business day. In a situation like this, I'm not particularly happy about it.
All right.
Okay,
so
I can
we can get you on the
understand that.
phone as quick as possible if you wouldn't mind just telling us why you're not wanting to talk to her.
Look, we had a lovely time, and I got what I wanted out of the date.
You get what you wanted out of it, but you didn't even kiss her at the end. What did you want out of it?
If you must know, I did it for a business deal.
What? You did it for a business deal going out with her.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I sometimes do business with her father,
Yeah, she told us that.
and sometimes in a deal the numbers can all line up and it all is great, but it's really the personal touch, the quote. And this guy clearly had a soft spot for his daughter. She was a good-looking gal. He mentioned that it might be a good idea that I date her, so I called her up and I took her on the best date of her life.
So you're telling me that you used her as a stepping stone in your little effing career?
I'm not saying that, no, but I will tell you that 2 days later I closed the deal.
You are oh my.
Once the money comes.
So you took her out just to close the deal with her father.
Not just to close the deal. We had a nice time. She had a nice time, I'm sure. It wasn't a wasted night in her life.
Yes, it was. You were texting her afterwards, and you couldn't wait to see her again. You played with her emotions. You totally let her on. You're a total.
You broke.
Look, you can call me names all you want, but I'm just being honest with you guys. You called me, and I'm the one closing multi-million-dollar deals on a regular basis.
Yeah, but you didn't have to, like... I mean, couldn't you just go, yeah, sure, I'll go out with your daughter and take her on a regular date and not try to be super romantic about it?
So I should take her on a date?
Or, hey, I don't know, maybe you just don't use his daughter at all, and you're actually a good businessman, and you make a deal without having to use somebody's daughter in the process of it?
Listen, sweetheart, in business, do whatever you need to do to close the deal, okay? I closed the deal. The day that you're doing things like that, you can come talk to me, but I'm the one who closes my business. And by the way, her dad offered her up.
She
You want me to take advantage of that?
bonus structure, you asshole!
Asphalt.
You are an asshole. He didn't offer me up. Oh my god.
Boy.
Yeah.
All right, what's going on here?
Trevor, that's Heather. She's actually on the other line listening and wanted to talk to you.
Oh, that's hilarious.
You used me. You took me on this romantic dinner. You told me all these things that you loved about me, how you wanted to see me again. Like, what the hell was that? That was...
And you had a great time, right?
Yeah, I had a great time because I believe you really liked me.
I do like you, Heather, but that doesn't mean I'm going to marry you. That doesn't mean that we're obligated to have anything beyond that night.
Oh, man.
You are the biggest ass I have ever met in my entire life. I've never met someone as awful as you. Ever.
I don't really have much of a response to that. All I can say is that at the end of the day, ask yourself this question. Were you going home with me if I asked you?
No.
I saw the look in your eye at the end of the night. If I wanted to take you home with me, I 100% knew it. And I didn't. I didn't even kiss you. I respectfully ended the night with you. So when it comes down to it, I was a true gentleman, no matter what you might think about me.
Really, really, you were a gentleman by wasting my time just to get a business deal with my father.
At what point did I sign a contract with you that gave me any obligation with you whatsoever?
You had an obligation just to be a good human being. Like, life is not business. You don't do this to people.
I never once treated you unkindly or disrespectfully until you called the radio station to try to call me out.
He's right. No, he's not right.
He didn't treat her badly when they went out.
He treated her like an object, okay? Whether he said it to her face or not, that's as disrespectful as you freaking get.
It's nice about it.
Oh my god, you guys are idiots.
I'd like to go out on a
Yeah,
nice
but then you
date.
stopped texting me completely. So, I don't really think that that's treating me well. Do you? Just leaving somebody hanging like that after taking them on a business date? You couldn't even just be honest and be like, actually, I went out to close the deal. Like,
Oh, that's
I might have even expected that a little more, but I had to call a radio station to get them to talk to you. Give me a break. I'm gonna tell my dad to pull the deal with you. Like,
Well, it's a little late to pull the deal. Deal's closed, so it's not going to happen.
Dude, Trevor, how do you have like zero remorse whatsoever?
You know, I might feel a little bad about it, but when I open my bank account, I feel pretty good about how my business is going.
you love your business, you have no heart and no soul, and I pity you. You're going to end up alone.
Look, you never would have known about any of this if you hadn't done this whole thing that you're doing right now.
I would have
You could
proven wondering. I
have fantasy
actually
for the rest of your life of the guy that you could have had. And, oh, whatever happened to him? Well, we should have a nice time that night.
Why not try to have another nice time? Trevor, would you like to go out on a second date with Heather? I know you have money, but we'll pay for it.
Please don't even offer that. I don't want to go.
Are you sure?
You know what, Heather? I think there's another deal that might be good for your dad in a couple of months, so maybe we just wait until then.
Oh my God, you just died.
Oh, Trevor, I can guarantee you my dad will not be doing any more deals with you.
Trevor, thank you for being brutally honest with us.
Anytime.
Heather, I'm sorry you had to find out that you were just a pawn in his game of trying to get some business done with your dad.
Yeah.
I guess it goes to show you don't listen to your dad anymore.
Good point.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Mike, please?
This is Mike.
Oh, good, you're feeling better. I've been so worried about you, Mike, and this cold you had.
Who is it?
Oh, this is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning. How you doing?
I'm okay. What's Brook and Jubal in the morning?
Good question. I don't really know, but according to most people, it's a radio show.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're calling because we got an email about you from one of our listeners.
Sorry, what are you talking about?
Well, we do a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. It's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them after, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out what happened. Technically, you didn't really go on a date with this person, but they're still wondering why you aren't calling them back.
Okay, that sounds pretty messed up, but...
Her name is Andrea.
Okay.
Okay? You remember Andrea? She brought you a care package when you were sick, I guess.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
What do you mean? I guess you could say that. Wasn't it filled with things to make you feel better when you're sick?
Yeah, it was. Technically, I don't know, if somebody says, I want to make you a care package, you kind of expect a bit of care in that package, and she came over, and it was literally a paper grocery bag with canned soup in it, and like saltine crackers, and like candy, but not even real brand name candy, like...
What? Are you? Wait, hold on.
You're ripping on her care package.
No, I'm just saying that, you know, it's clear that she said, I want to bring you a care package, and then stopped at the store and literally grabbed the first thing she saw. And...
That's what a care package is. She stopped by the store and got you things you needed.
Yeah, but if you're going to go out of your way to do a thing for a person, I'm just saying, you know, either put some thought in it or wait until our first date. I don't even know this girl. This is the first impression or the second impression that I'm getting is like, here's some stuff that I have in my house.
Hey, wait,
So, is that why you're not calling her back? Because of the little effort she put into a care package for you?
Well, no, it's not just that. I mean, that was disappointing, to say the least. But then the thing is, like, the energy was so weird. So I'm sick, right?
Yeah.
And she comes over, and, you know, instead of kind of, like, hanging out and maybe getting to know me, like, the first question she's asking, really specific questions about how sick I am, and she asked me if I get sick often, and like what my symptoms were, and like it felt kind of, I felt like I was on trial a bit, like.
Or that you're in the doctor.
Or that I was at the doctor, but neither of us are doctors, so I didn't know what her angle was, you know. Like,
how paranoid are you? What are you testing me? You want to see if my genetics are good? I don't get sick that often, twice a year, thank you very much.
That's kind of what it felt like.
But did you, I mean, it could have been that she was nervous and it's the first time you guys have hung out without alcohol and she didn't know what else to talk about.
Well, it just seemed to me that she didn't totally believe that I was sick. Like, I had to answer all these questions about how I was sick and how sick I really was, and I felt like they kept going on. If it was one or two questions, that would be one thing, but at a certain point,
I was like, do you want a doctor's note?
You should have supplied her with one.
I guess so.
So it was her careless package, not a care package, and her constant grilling you about being sick that made you not want to call her again.
Well, I got a kind of possessive sense about her, and I'm not into that.
You know, I don't get that sense about her at all, and she's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you, so we could ask her if she's possessive like that.
Wait, she's been listening to this whole thing?
Yeah. Andrea?
Hi. How are you doing?
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were listening at all.
Yeah, I did hear everything, Mike, and it's really interesting to hear your take on how things happened.
Well, you should know that's how I felt at the time, and I was called by a radio show, which apparently you sent an email to, which doesn't help my general feeling about the whole thing.
Good point.
I mean, I was just really confused because it seemed like, I thought I had, reached out and did a really nice thing for you, but apparently it didn't quite come off as kindly as it was intended.
Well, your intentions weren't very clear to me, and if you do this in the future, maybe put a little more thought into that so it won't seem like you just showed up with a bag in order to get into the door and find out some information. That's what it sounds like.
Wow.
I mean, when you've been lied to once, sometimes you just want to see how many liars are out there.
Okay, so you were testing me, so I was right.
I just wanted to see if you were all right and make sure, there wasn't any red flags, immediately up front. I mean, if you like me, we haven't even gone on our first date.
Yeah, we haven't gone on our first date, so probably best not to take the time when I'm sick to grill me and find out whether I've killed anybody.
But Mike, you've got to listen to her explanation right now because it does kind of make sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense to a paranoid person.
She's been burned a bunch. Give her a little bit of a break. I mean, you're the jerk that's complaining about the quality of care packages over here.
She brought me canned soup. I could go get canned soup from the store. That's not care.
I didn't know if you were lying. I mean, if you're a liar, you only get canned soup. I'm not going to pull out, my mom's homemade recipe. That takes 4 hours to make for a little liar.
I just didn't get a good first impression. So if I gotta stick around for the good soup, I don't know if that's worth it to me.
Well, let's see if it's worth it. Mike, would you like to go out on a second date with Andrea? We will pay for it. We'll buy the ingredients for the soup that she can make.
I can confidently say no.
Really?
Yeah, this is already way too nuts for me.
Okay. Well, knowing that, then I suppose would also like to not go out because apparently...
No, Andrew, you can't do that. You can't go back and say, no, I'm saying no.
Yeah.
Yes, I can. I am saying no right now.
Wow. Okay, Mike, you hear that? You could have had a date, but now you don't get one because Andrea decided no.
That's fine. That's just fine with me.
Did you hear me, Mike? I said no.
Yes, I heard you.
All right, well, sorry we couldn't get you guys to go out again, but at least you both agree that Andrea said no.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Deanna, please?
This is Deanna.
Hey, Deanna, how are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
Brook and Jubal.
In the morning. Brook and Jubal's the first name, last name in the morning.
Don't listen to him.
What are you calling me about? What's happening?
It's Brook and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show. And we got an email about you from one of our listeners.
About me?
Yeah. His name is Mike, and you guys went out on a date the other night.
Why did he email you guys?
That was a total change.
Because we do a segment on our show called The Second Date Update. So Mike had a really great time. He says he thought you had a good time too, but now you're not calling him back. So
Well, that's interesting.
that's interesting. You don't think that he had a good time?
You can say that, yeah.
That's why she wasn't shooting.
Picture perfect almost.
I wish I had known she didn't have a long watch. I thought that was automatic.
I thought we had a really good time. I had fun, but apparently he didn't have, good enough time.
Why do you say that?
I mean, how much do you guys know?
Well, we know that you guys went to a bar and then played a game where you would guess people's occupations and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And then went and talked to people and found out if you were right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty much all he told us.
Was it the poor joke? He told us about the poor joke, how he tried to make fun of somebody and it didn't really work very well.
No. The whole thing was us judging.
Run and gun is an ability of the assault class in XCOM Enemy Unknown. Okay, I don't want that one. I want... XCOM 2. Okay, so you can use your gun or Overwatch, but not hunker down or use items.
Judging people. That was fine.
Okay, so you're into that, all right.
Yeah, I mean, I was even joking about somebody saying that they were probably a professional, like, hamburger eater or something. We were just joking. It was all in good fun. It was fine.
Okay, so if that didn't bother you, then why don't you think he had a good time?
Okay, so did he tell you, like, we made some friends?
He told us that you guys talked to a lot of people, yeah.
Yeah, there was this one group in particular that, like, we kind of ended the evening with. We were sitting at the table and, like, you know, having drinks and having laughs, and, like, we got along really well.
Okay, all that sounds good. Like, you haven't told me anything that sounds bad yet.
So the point is, I had to work in the morning, he had to work in the morning, so it was time to go. You know, we give each other hugs, say, you know, had a great time, like to see each other again.
And at this point, you think that you guys are going to go out again?
I thought so, yeah. So we say goodbye. And I get home, and one of the girls from the table sent me a friend request on Facebook. So, you know, I accepted her friend request. And, like, I had not been home that long, and she sent me a message on Facebook saying that she's like, I don't know if you know, but this guy that you were in with is back at the bar. And he was, like, she told me, she's there, like, in real time, like, telling me, like, what's going on with this guy. That he's, like, at the bar, like, flirting with other girls. When he told me he was going to go home.
So he
Yeah.
didn't go home.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. You guys, I mean, it's one date. It's not like you're in a relationship. He has no reason to be.
But I'm just saying, it's kind of weird for him to say goodbye to me and go back into the bar where we just had a date, and he's hitting on other girls.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can see that.
I'm still on the fence. Is that weird?
I would say that's weird. Like, he said he was going home. He lied. Obviously, he's not that into me, and I'm just not into that.
Okay, well, he said that he was into you.
Well, it seems otherwise.
Okay, well, maybe you want to ask him, because he's actually on the other line listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you.
Are you serious?
Yep. Mike, are you there, or have you called another radio show already?
No, come on, guys. Yeah, I'm here. Hi, Sienna.
Hi, Mike.
Look, there's a completely reasonable explanation to all of this.
Okay.
I came with a jacket, and when we walked out of the bar, I left it in there. So I went back in to get my jacket.
So you're saying you forgot your jacket and then you accidentally started flirting with other women?
No. I'm saying that I don't get to, like, have a lot of nights where I get to, like, socialize. I don't go out a lot. So when I went back in to get the jacket, I went back to the table that we had been hanging out with, and I just, like, stayed and I hung out with them, and I had a good time. I wasn't hitting on other girls.
Really? So why would this girl tell me that you were?
I have absolutely no idea. I wasn't even talking to her. I was talking to, like, the other guys at the table more than her. She has no reason to send you that. Like, that's way out of line.
So you're just telling me that she just made it up? That she just decided to tell me, just make up that you were flirting with other women? Why? What would she do that for? Why would she tell me that?
Look, yes, were there other women at the bar that I spoke to? Yeah. Was I hitting on them? No, like, not at all. I
hear you. It just seems different than what I heard, and it just felt really, really crappy, you know? Like, I had a good time with you.
you're asking me if I am banging anyone that we met.
Wait, that's the word that you jumped to?
Mike.
I think she said flirting.
Yeah. You went from 0 to 100.
Well, I just thought, like, let's put all our cards on the table, you know?
Yeah, put it out there,
Well,
Mike.
you did. You put them all out there.
Yeah, Mike, I didn't say you were banging other people.
I mean, I just gotta, like, I feel like I'm being accused here.
Yeah, but she said flirting, Mike.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Well, call a spade a spade. Like, I know, I don't know. I had a good time.
This is such an intense conversation after a first date.
Yeah.
Like, Mike sounds like a sketch ball, and
I don't know about a sketch ball. Like, that's a little bit harsh.
no, I agree, but you know, like both of you sound a little crazy on the phone right now to me.
It's not my fault. I was brought into this on the radio. I was happy to just leave it alone, you know?
That's true. I'll give you that.
Look, Deanna, I like you. I had a good time, and I obviously wouldn't be calling this radio station to get in touch with you if I was banging somebody up.
Mike, stop it. We get it, Mike. Deanna, would you like to go on a second date with Mike? We will pay for it. Can assure you he's not banging anybody else at that bar.
Please, Deanna, please go out with me again. Like, I swear, on my life, on my brother's life, on my mother's life, on my grandmother's life, that I was only going back into that bar to get my jacket.
Wow. You hear that, Deanna? People will die if Mike's lying. So, would you go out with him one more time?
I mean, I don't want to hurt his mom. Okay.
All right. So that's a yes. So you'll go on a second date with Mike?
Sure, yes. Okay.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, Deanna, that's amazing.
Okay.
Thank you. I promise you will not regret it. We'll have a great, great time.
Okay. But keep the banging talk to a minimum.
Awesome.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Kathy, please?
This is she.
Oh, that is your name. Cool. What's up, Kathy? How are you? My name is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
Oh, I'm good. I'm sorry, who is this?
This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Oh, sorry. Can I help you with something?
Yeah, you can. We actually got an email about you from one of our listeners. And this is going to be hard for me to tell you who it is because I don't really know much about him or what you guys did together, but apparently you went on a date with somebody who listens to our show.
Okay.
And now you're not calling them back for another date.
Okay. Who was it?
Well, he wouldn't tell us his real name, but he's going by the name of Dennis. So, did you go out on a date recently with, like, more than one person?
Well, I mean, you don't have any other information than that?
No, I just know his name is Dennis. That's what he'll let us call him. He said that he met you downtown and that you guys went to eat somewhere. And that he tried to kiss you at the end of the date. The only details that I have is that he tried to kiss you at the end of the date and you said to him, let's save that for next time.
Okay. Alright. So you're talking about...
I you would give too much information right off the top.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know anybody named Dennis, but I do know somebody that sounds familiar to what you're saying. That the guy told me his name was not Dennis.
Oh my god. He was so frustrating to talk to. He wouldn't give us any information and acted like everything was some secret about his life.
Right, yeah, exactly. So, yeah, it could be Dennis. It could be anything. I have absolutely no idea. I mean, I don't really know the guy that well, and I didn't really know him much better after the date, so I have no idea.
Can you tell us a little bit about your date? Because he didn't give us any details.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I guess I can. It's one of the weirdest dates, if not the weirdest date I've ever been on. So, okay.
So we were gonna go out to eat, and he came and picked me up, and he seemed really normal, like just talking to him, except for like these weird little things that would happen. Like when we actually got to the restaurant, he asked the hostess if we could sit at a table in the back of the restaurant, like, you know, further back from everything else.
Okay.
And he asked for that like really specifically with the hostess. And I'm just like thinking to myself, this guy has got to be married or have a girlfriend or something because he seems so secretive about it, right?
I mean, okay, so he's a little picky about where he wants to sit in the restaurant. That's not like the worst thing in the world, is it?
Oh my god, I didn't even tell you guys the best part.
There's more to it than that.
Yes, so we're sitting at the table and he looks at me seriously and he says, would you mind if we go secure?
What?
And I'm like, yeah, exactly. What does that mean? What do you mean secure? And he takes out this like magnetic looking thing, it looks like a pen, and he asked me if he could wipe my cell phone.
What do you mean? Like a Clorox clean wipe?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, I asked him, I was like, what do you mean? He's like, oh, well, I'm just going to clear the information from your cell phone, and then you can turn it off. I was like, I can just turn it off. No, you can't wipe my cell.
Yeah, I need the information on my cell phone.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, I asked him, I was like, you know, what's your deal? Are you married? Do you have a girlfriend? Is there some reason that you're being so secretive about this? You know, and he started laughing really loud, like uncomfortably loud in the restaurant, and people were staring at us, and he's like, no, of course not. It's just the line of work that I'm in. And I was like, well, what kind of work do you do? What line of work are you in? And he said, if things go well, then he'll disclose more information to me later.
Oh my god. That would make me go on a second date alone just because I'd be dying to know.
I know, it was totally intriguing. I really wanted to know more about him. I really wanted to know, like, what is this guy hiding?
Did you ever get an answer on that?
No. No, I did not. I mean, it was the weirdest date I've ever had, and I was just over it, so I wasn't going to call him back after that.
Well, it's unfortunate that you weren't going to call him back, because I have to let you know that he's actually on the other line listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you.
What?
Yeah. Dennis, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hi, Kathy. First of all, I'm very happy to hear that you're doing all right. I was worried about you because I wasn't able to get in touch. But look, I have to say, I know it sounds bad when you recount it that way, and it, you know, it sounds like I was being strange and you know, but all I can say is that if you knew more, you would know that I do have my reasons for what I was doing, and it really is best for all of us that I, you know, don't disclose too much information.
Is this really happening right now? You're trying to justify what happened?
Look, I understand where you're coming from, but I just have to repeat. I mean, the more you know, the worse it is. The worse it could be.
So then why would she want to date you if the more she knows?
Look, I will say this. I did really like you, and I wonder, you know, if I tell you a little bit more, you know, would you consider going on a second date?
Probably not.
I mean, just give me a chance to tell you. I can tell you a little bit more, and maybe you can decide after you know more.
I would love to hear a little bit more.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know if I do.
Dennis, can you please tell us a little bit more? Give us some information about yourself, please.
Okay. So Kathy, I mean, look, I really shouldn't be. I mean, so there are certain government agencies, you know, are involved in covert operations. You know,
oh my God, are you a spy or something?
Well, okay, I will say this. No, I am not currently involved in any of those government agencies. I'm not currently involved, but I'm very passionate about that line of work, and I would like to be a part of it someday.
What?
Oh, God.
So wait, what?
You want to be a spy?
I will say I would like to be a part of these elite government agencies.
Okay, that's not the way you do it by pretending like you're a spy right now. You like, I don't know, join the armed forces and go through training and maybe go to college.
Why he's living in his mom's basement.
Yeah, he's like some internet hacker.
I've done a lot of research, and it involves a good deal of self-control and a certain style of, of living, and I'm just sort of preparing myself for that now to make sure that I'm ready.
Dennis, have you had any interviews with any of these government agencies that you're hoping to one day be a part of?
I really can't. I can't reveal that. I mean,
Yes, you can actually, Dennis. You can reveal all of it because nobody cares if you reveal that information, not even the government.
well, I mean, you can think what you want on that matter, but that's why I'm in training for this, and you're not.
All right. Well, Dennis, I'm going to ask the question to Kathy. See if she'll give me an answer. Kathy, would you be interested in going out with Dennis again, a second date with a spy in training? Maybe you can learn a little bit more about him. We'll pay for a second date.
No, that's okay. I think so.
But think about how you could brag to your friends about how you're dating a pretend spy.
Yeah, I hear you're laughing, and I understand. That you might not understand what I'm dealing with, but I'm confident that someday I'm going to have the job that I want. And Kathy, I'm glad to hear that you're okay. First of all, but I also, I'm disappointed that you don't want to do another date, but that it is part of the life that I've accepted.
What you sign up for when your name is maybe Dennis and you're taking girls out on dates? It's not very easy, is it?
It's true. It is a hard life, but I've chosen to accept it.
Hello?
May I speak to Gemma, please?
This is she.
Hey, Gemma, how are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay.
You work in catering, so I'm guessing you're not up early in the morning.
Well, how do you know that I work in catering?
I kind of know a lot more than you think I know about you.
Why do you do it like that?
Okay, that's super creepy. And who are those people that are in the background?
That's Brooke.
Why is that weird guy laughing?
No, that's Jose, the laughing guy. And then there's me. My name is Jubal, and this is Brook and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Why are you guys calling me?
She's like, and that doesn't make it any better.
I'm calling you because you went out on a date with a guy who listens to our show, and he emailed us and asked if we could get you on the phone.
Wow, okay.
The guy that wanted us to call you today, his name is Lucas.
Oh, God.
And I know you know who Lucas is because you guys work together.
Yes, I'm trying to change jobs.
What? You're trying to change jobs to avoid Lucas?
Yeah,
That is really intense.
because it's just a little too awkward for me.
All right, well, what is so awkward? I mean, he told us a little bit about your date. He told us that you guys went out one night after work and went back to his place to eat, and you drank a little bit. He told us that you guys started making out at a certain point.
He's telling you that we made out? Why is he telling people about our date so explicitly?
He didn't.
Well, he didn't give us any, crazy details. He just said that you guys were making out. At a certain point, you stopped and said that you wanted to go, and then you left and haven't talked to him since.
I will say he was completely respectful of you, and he was so excited. I mean, it sounds like he's had a crush on you for months and months, and was so looking forward to this night.
Well, I'm just so uncomfortable. I don't know. Yes, he was obviously very excited and very inexperienced.
Excited and inexperienced.
That's a different word.
Was he a bad kisser, or I'm kind of scared to ask you what you mean by he was so excited.
It's actually just everything.